next after a Week 13 bye. The Browns will play the Ravens in back-to-back games. Baltimore looking for the series sweep in consecutive seasons. This AFC North battle is coming your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, CD, this is a passing league. I don't think you would argue that thought. But our ball game here features a couple of teams with strong offensive lines that really like to work the ground game.
And you and I have both heard from different people in the league who's saying that it's becoming a little bit of a lost art in the NFL, the ability to run the football. And we've heard from defensive coordinators who tell us that they play the pass first. That's not something you normally hear. But these two offenses, they're true to who they are. Both ranked in the top 5 in terms of rushing yardage. I think they're both going to use those massive offensive lines to try and wear down these defenses.
Of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Time to see this wide-open Baltimore offense go to work, and leading them, pretty darn good one, Lamar Jackson out of Louisville.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception, didn't have a touchdown to offset it, but the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Jackson now. They set up the screen for Dobbins. I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play.
And I think really good defenders can sniff out those screen passes, just something that they can feel, something that they can sense about how the quarterback drops back or how the linemen are just a little slow to block the oncoming rushers. He read it perfectly, got in there, and made the play.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And for the first time, here comes the Cleveland Browns offense. Quarterbacked by Baker Mayfield, 4th-year man from Oklahoma.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play fake, Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Mayfield now. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now Mayfield. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Nick Chubb stops short, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Again, Jackson will keep it. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Jackson going to look to do it himself. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Jalen Ferguson. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to take another shot here. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The drive will start with an option going left. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll get that to the rookie from Minnesota, Rashad Bateman. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It was Jadeveon Clowney who got upfield for the stop.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. A shotgun handoff. This is Murray now. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. Throwing is Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. An unlucky number here, a loss of 13 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Here's Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Throwing, Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And Parkey's kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Ravens ready to take over. And last time they coughed it up. Led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved that they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
From the 25 on second down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the pistol, they run it with Murray. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Jackson going to run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Jackson going to keep it running right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
Well, he had success earlier in the drive, keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. They go play action with Jackson. And that will be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will tie us at 3-3.
So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never got a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield on play action. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
A give running right is Chubb. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. The Browns on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47.
These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Chubb running right. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
A give. This is Chubb. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. 2nd and 5 now. Mayfield. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Well, the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Mayfield. Touchdown! Austin Hooper. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
On the return is Duvernay. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A handoff. It's Murray. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And some space here. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. From the red zone now, Mayfield.
Swings this out for Hunt.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Parkey is good, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
On the return is Duvernay. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Ravens. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far.
Meanwhile, for the Browns, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. The 2nd down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham! You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story. That's a full 67 yards in the air. Now Parkey for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out right at the 35. A good gain on 1st. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They go play action now. Jackson. And that's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD. That's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw into the hands of Hooper.
From the 32 now, it's 1st and 10.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw, Mayfield. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield looks to throw. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Handoff comes to Chubb. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, Chubb wiggles free. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Jedrick Wills, former 1st-round pick, guilty there.
A run for Nick Chubb. Runs over him. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. On 2nd and a long way to go. Mayfield.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. Flush to his right. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
On first down, Murray. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Again, it's Murray. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession.
And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
From the 41, Mayfield. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. Three quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. On the ground, it's Chubb. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. This is the tight end, Njoku. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Mayfield now.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Cannot block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Now parking for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Now left side on the swing pass. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Jackson. Trying to lay one up deep.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Chubb. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Now Mayfield. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tyus Bowser able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
He's going to drop this one down for Murray.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson.
Right back to Duvernay. That's complete.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Jackson. This is caught. It's Brown. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Second down and 8.
To throw again is Jackson. This will be caught once again by Brown. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Jadeveon Clowney racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not going to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes, but now you're going to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. Now Jackson. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. Jackson's throw caught there by Wallace.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. So if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
2nd down and goal. Jackson. Forced, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. The tackle credited to Deshaun Elliott, the safety. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball.
You're
handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural,
yeah,
but
I like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everyone.